This week we're in Marathon, Florida, located in the middle of the Florida Keys. On this trip we're planning on doing some fishing, snorkeling, and also some spearfishing. The new year has just started, so it is a little bit chillier here in Florida, but compared to Minnesota where we're from, it'll be much nicer here. We've been looking forward to this trip for a long time, so we can't wait to get this week started. Enjoy the video. We had a boat rented for the week, but we weren't picking it up until tomorrow. So for the first day, we sat by the pool, fished off the dock, and just got our gear prepared for the week. Our first fish of the trip. Haha! Look at him go.
We're getting into him. Bigger than my whole body. Body too.
More food for me.
It's just different.
Is that
a sheep's head? Isn't it different?
Yep. Oh shit, there we go. Oh, he's small. I think so. I think that's a mangrove actually.
Oh,
nice little chompers.
Fish is the fish, man.
So what are these sticking up on like that?
We're picking up our boat right now. We're gonna have a 27-foot Dusky, a couple of 150 Suzuki motors. So super pumped to pick it up.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
App too. What are you doing for? Fusion app?
Yeah, the Fusion app.
Wait, we're on the ocean.
So we just went off the Atlantic side about a half a mile, and during that we had 3 people puking, 1 child with diarrhea, and then we ran over our anchor rope and cut that off. I actually had to cut that out of the prop. The waves were probably like 5 to 6 feet, 4 to 5 probably. So not real ideal conditions for snorkeling and stuff. So now we're dropping off most of the people that were on the boat, and I think 5 of us are going out probably to the Gulf side, see if we can find any fish there. So hopefully we can find some calmer water.
I'm trying to get my wetsuit on.
We're eating that sumbitch for supper.
You got a plan?
The first spot that we tried snorkeling in was on the Gulf side, and it really wasn't clear enough for us to see any fish. The GoPro video actually made the water look a lot more clear than it was. Since we weren't able to see very well in this water, we tried a few more spots and eventually found some water that was clear enough to hunt in.
My flipper fell off!
And since we are on the Gulf side of the Keys, there are no reefs on this side, only man-made structures, which you are actually not legally allowed to spearfish on. So we just chose spots with grass flats and searched for fish that way. We were doing some spot jumping since now that we did have good enough visibility to actually see in the water, we still weren't seeing any fish.
Both of my fins are legit gone. Where are my fins, Cody? Can you see them?
They're right in front of you. Put your head down. Yeah, right there.
Did you get it? Shut up! Thank you!
You put your hand in it like this, and then you like pull it closer to you. So it's like loaded, like it's really stretchy. Yep. And then when it's in the water, you see a fish, you just let go.
Just let go, like let go of the string?
Of this, but you keep the string on.
Oh, you let go of the pole.
Yeah, because look.
After swimming around for about an hour, all I would see is very small grunts. So I wasn't shooting at them, but eventually I did end up taking a crack at one of them and I missed. I actually shot the ground and spent a little bit of time trying to get my shaft out of the ground. So I eventually got that out and we called it quits for spearfishing for the day, and we hopped in the boat for some rod and reel fishing.
Put the drag on a little bit more. Whoa! Fumble!
What? I didn't do anything.
It snapped him. It snapped him.
The same thing?
I think
No, we stuck it to my back. They actually work.
Serious?
Yeah.
Hey, son! He was just ripping it down. It was just destroying the rod.
Colin, what do you want? What is it?
This is shark. Cody's first shark.
My first shark.
Oh, there we go.
Is it sticking yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's working.
I bet they're still at the farm.
Anchor.
Well, there's water in there.
Yeah, it's grabbed a couple.
Like a net that could handle the shark. The following day, I took out the boat along with my brothers and my fiance, and we were planning on doing some rod and reel fishing. We left the spearfishing stuff at home, and we brought squid and a whole lot of chum. Since we are in the winter months, it is extremely windy around the Keys, so we were dealing with wind, large waves, and a little bit of cold. But we were still able to find some fish.
There's a floating 2x6 that we're trying to fish on. It's pretty wavy and windy out here though, so it's hard to see. We're gonna try to fish.
That seagull's trying to steal my squid.
This time we were fishing on the Atlantic side, trying to fish on some drop-offs and go for a little bit bigger of fish. And as you can see, we are in extremely clear water. We're in 18 to 20 feet of water here, and you can see the bottom plain as day. Today we'll be fishing this spot, but we're going to be marking it on our GPS so we can come back tomorrow with our spear guns.
What do I got here?
Carter's got a shark line! Hey! What? What? Oh! Nice!
We had two larger rods fishing out the back with some larger baits for sharks. We actually had a seagull fly into one of our lines. The lines got tangled around his wings.
Look down, because you'll probably be able to see it pretty early.
It better get heater. Actually, I think it would be. Get his head in there. Get his head in there. Alright. But they don't have sharks in.
You're gonna be supper.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah. I don't know what they are. Oh, bear.
Oh, it's not a shark. It's not a shark.
Oh, nice job! Nice job!
Yeah.
Woo! No way!
Just stick your fingers just like that. Yep. Stick your fingers, Ben. Yep, perfect. And then grab the tail.
Can I get a good picture?
Let me take it. I'll get a picture.
Yeah, Kurt, you get it.
Oh, it's big. Oh, it's tiny, right? Yeah.
Is this your shark?
drive us by Mr. Plank. We're gonna cast at him a couple of times and then.
I'm just gonna drive you around him.
Oh, am I not?
We ended up catching an awesome variety of fish. We caught black grouper, red grouper, porgy, a ton of grunts, and also some yellowtail snappers. So we're just gonna be cutting up some fish, and later in the week we're gonna have a little fish fry. For the rest of the day today, we're just gonna be hanging out at the beach and enjoying the sun. So we'll get back to you tomorrow and do some more fishing.
Oh, he's going on! Woo!
Holy mackerel.
Was it running at all?
Hey!
Nice! Sarah's gonna bite. Nice
You
one.
actually got one, Sarah?
Oh, oh, oh! Oh, nice grouper. Well, not
Really?
pretty good size. Yeah.
Hey!
That's a black grouper.
What's on your?
This is a big one.
That's a.
Lines in,
That.
lines in.
That. Dad, get this out, Dad, get this out. Deanna, come grab this.
Okay. I'll get the net. Hold on.
I got it.
No!
What was it?
Well, if it's cut off, it's a shark.
Yes.
When you're on the road. So dramatic. Oh, your hair looks good. Glint!
Most of the family left to spend the day in Key West, so it was just Carter and I today. We were planning on taking the boat all the way to Marathon Hump, which is about 24 to 25 miles offshore. We got about 9 miles offshore and started to feel a little bit uneasy about the situation. There were rolling waves, about 6 to 7 foot on occasion, and we just didn't feel like we were prepared enough for this trip. So after getting the 9 miles out, we turned back and started fishing 5 to 6 miles out, where it was a little bit calmer. We were bummed that we didn't make it out to the hump because we were hoping to catch some tuna and mahi, but we were still able to catch a ton of fish closer into shore. And on the way back from our attempted Marathon Humps adventure, we ended up seeing about an 8-foot hammerhead shark swimming at the surface with most of his body actually out of the water, trying to eat some fish. And then we saw a bunch of flying fish just in, like, I don't know if you'd call them flocks, schools if they're fish, and they're just jumping out of the water. We probably saw about 50 to 60 of them.
Got some what? Screened on, and that's what the deal is?
Is that that?
Jack Crevel. Got a little Jack Crevel. Marking a ton of fish. Just a few feet off the bottom.
We weren't sure what kind of fish this was initially, so we weren't keeping them. But we ended up finding out that they are porgy and they're delicious. So we threw the first one back and did some research on it, but from then on we started keeping them.
That's a good point. That'd be a trip. Oh, that's shitty. That's your smallest grunt.
Oh, come on. Full squid for this.
That was a full squid.
Yeah.
Oh, we're good.
Although we were fighting the waves and fighting the wind all day, we managed to catch a ton of fish. We didn't keep all that many, but it was a blast reeling them all in. What we've got here to cut up are some yellowjack, porgy, and then mangrove snapper. We're planning on just cutting them up and cooking them right away in some butter with some Mrs. Dash seasoning.
What's that? A little bit of a bone here. That's how we like it. Good spread.
Mm-hmm. Oh, super, super good.
Yeah, oh my gosh, look at this.
Oh, you got some food.
Today we're in Marathon, Florida, about to go out about 4 miles to 11 to 12 foot with a nice drop off, and we're gonna do some spearfishing.
In kayaks.
Yeah. Captain Cullen, co-captain Bear. We're just leaving our canal here. This is where our dock is. Going way over here to a spot that is 11 foot deep, and it's got this nice drop off to 18 and then down to 33. So should be holding some fish pretty well. We did fish this spot yesterday, but didn't bring our spearfishing stuff, and we saw quite a bit of fish at the surface. So should be able to see some fish. In this spot, we were diving in 10 to 12 feet with really good visibility. There was a drop off to the side that went down to 18, then down to 30. We stuck in the shallower spots because we're not super experienced divers, and we're more comfortable getting down to the 10 to 12 as we're not able to hold our breath that long. In this spot, we did see quite a few fish. They were just smaller, and most of them were grunts. We dove this spot for about a half an hour, but we jumped spots looking for some bigger fish and some different waters.
What's that? Trigger down.
I feel like small, like sunny fish or sunny fish.
Oh, really? Watch me.
spent the next few hours swimming around and diving down to the bottom, just trying to get a shot at a fish. It was our last day with the boat here in Marathon, Florida, so we knew that it was our last chance to try to spear a fish. Neither of us have ever done it before, so it's been on our bucket list for a while. We were seeing quite a few fish. They were just small and they would swim away before we would get a shot. I did end up shooting a few times with a couple of misses, but I eventually had some luck.
I got one. Here. Good. Huh?
Is that your bait?
Yeah.
What hole is it?
I got a fish. Look out. What?
There was like 5 of them, like that.
Yeah. Hey!
Hey!
See that? It's hooked him.
That is fucking cool. Pitcher! Pitcher!
How'd you do it?
Oh, that is fucking cool. You almost missed it.
It was our final day in Marathon, Florida, and most of our family went up to Fort Lauderdale to fly back to Minnesota. But Sarah and I flew into Key West, so we decided that we were going to spend a few extra days down in Key West. It was a very memorable trip, as we did get engaged at the end of our trip, so it's certainly one that we'll never forget. Thank you guys so much for watching our video, and stay tuned for the next one.